Check tanks. It's the LT-35T, LT-38T. German designation is Panzer 38T. Difference is the hull and the gun. Or I believe the gun may have remained the same. Not the hull, the turret is different in the German variant. Still produced at CKD in Czechoslovakia throughout World War II. Same manufacturer. VZ-34, HIV, VZ-33, check anti-tanks. Prague RV and the Tatra 93. They are subtly different, the models, but they are very similar. They use the same texture. They're both Czechoslovakian, so it makes sense that they look kind of similar, but they are different, the models. When your models are all like between like 2 and 600 polys, it doesn't really matter if you have 2 models to represent minor changes. And I don't have to use that twice. I can use 2 separate models and it's not going to slow my game down at all. It's just the way it works for me. This guy I gave engineer capacities, not combat engineer, just engineer capacities in general. They're both 2-ton supply trucks, which means they both have a 2-ton payload. They can both carry 2 tons worth of troops each for each truck, or they can carry 2 tons worth of supplies. So I have a build queue I'm compiling for Czechoslovakia. Here's the notes I've been putting in order for that. I gotta test this out first before I go ahead and finish it. I'm gonna make it so you get the build queue, the units, the historical units, but it's gonna be prompted for the World War II era after 1939 or 38, 39, 39. Germany will receive an email, a request to verify whether or not Czechoslovakia should proceed with quote unquote our planned quota for armaments production or whatever. I haven't really detailed the news item yet. It's in there, but it's not like fully written in the wording. I'm not really sure if this condition is going to work properly or not. I'm pretty sure I got it laid out right. But basically this news item will have an accept decline option, and if you press accept, it's supposed to my knowledge, make that event true, which would then be this condition, which is testing that event status. So if it all works well, I'll get the news item, it'll run this condition. If this works properly, then it'll initiate the build queue for the Czechoslovakian units that are listed. So I want to test that out before I go writing a whole list of units and tying into that system. of doing. I want to make sure it works first, and then I'll write the rest of them. This is for the tanks. I got their numbers already listed, and the trade itinerary for World War II for various units that were produced in Czechoslovakia by Skoda, CKD, and Praga, and Tatra. The four main production facilities in Czechoslovakia. They had a pretty robust armored vehicle production operation going, actually, for many years before World War II and through World War II and up through present day. They still do, and they produce high quality equipment. So here's what I got listed. Here's what's going into the queue so far. So these units will be built as part of the scenario throughout the World War II era, according to their dates and the location where they were manufactured. So that'll be pretty cool. That'll be done. I'm doing Russian build queue, just like I did America's, and I gotta do UK's. But I'm going to play again after I finish the Czechoslovak models, which I should finish up tomorrow or later today. I go to bed in about 10 minutes. So, to me, it's tomorrow. I just got to go handle a task when I wake up. And then after that, I'll be in the clear to finish up these models. They're coming along really well. I got all my land units revised, synchronized, and defined as far as how many shots they take, what ammunition they used, how much power they have, how much they cost, and how much supply each round of ammunition fired weighs in kilograms. For all my land units, minus these last few sets. I got tanks, I got recon, I got infantry vehicles, which are defined. I just got to go through and do their defensive stats. Land units are, I mean, these stats are a little bit more complex than leg soldiers. Leg soldiers have a very small range for defensive stats based on the thickness of their helmet. And if they wore body armor of any kind, that's the only way I adapt leg soldiers' defensive stats. For a tank, it ranges. Some tanks can have between 5 and 13 millimeter armor, various points on the tank, the hull, the turret, the front, the back. So I take those numbers and I insert defensive stats based on how thick their armor is at various points on the tank or the armored fighting vehicle in general, and I apply them accordingly, according to how detailed the information is that I receive. I can apply a ground defense value and a tactical air defense value, and I typically add them to generate my indirect defense value, and then I divide that by 2 to get my close combat defense value. So it's very simple, but it's got a system that I've put together for how I do it, and that works really nice. That really gives the units a lot of different variables to make them unique in regard to armored units and and tanks and all that crap. That's pretty cool. So that's almost 100% done. And then I'm going to play. I'm going to finish Czechoslovakian units modeling, and I'm going to finish these last few lists for land units, get them all in order and synchronized from country to country, and then I'm going to play. And I'm looking forward to that again. Love Czech.